Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. The energy in Oxnard is absolutely electric, and if you've been keeping an eye on the Dallas Cowboys training camp, then you know just how intense, surprising, and downright exciting things have gotten. This isn't just another summer in California. This is the beginning of something potentially special. And for fans who've been waiting for signs that this team is serious about making a Super Bowl run, training camp has delivered one jaw-dropping development after another. From unexpected breakout stars to shocking performances, a few emerging storylines have completely shifted the vibe, and the most exciting part is that we're only just getting started. The Cowboys have made it very clear through their actions and intensity on the field that they aren't here to play around this season. They are stacking up depth, building chemistry, and giving fans plenty of reasons to believe that this might just be the year the drought finally ends. Let's start with the big headline that everyone's talking about: CeeDee Lamb. If you thought Lamb's 2024 campaign was the peak, then buckle up, because all signs point to an even more dominant version of number 88 on the way. Not only is he showing up to camp in peak physical shape, but insiders say he's been absolutely unguardable in every drill and scrimmage. The separation he's creating, the crispness of his routes, and the connection with Dak Prescott are all on another level. There's a hunger in Lamb that's palpable, and while contract negotiations were a major storyline entering camp, the way he's carrying himself speaks volumes. CeeDee isn't distracted, he's locked in. The team is reportedly confident that a deal will get done, but even with that uncertainty in the background, Lamb is practicing like a man on a mission. You can tell he wants to prove he's not just one of the best in the league, he wants to be the best. And speaking of Dak Prescott, fans who may have questioned his leadership or ability to bounce back from last season's disappointment are getting a serious reality check. Dak has entered training camp with a different kind of fire. There's more command in his voice, more urgency in his movements, and most importantly, more precision in his throws. He's zipping the ball into tight windows, reading coverages faster, and showing the kind of poise that championship quarterbacks are made of. According to coaches, Dak spent the offseason not just working on his physical game, but completely revamping his film study approach. And it's showing. Whether it's deep balls to Brandon Cooks or quick hits over the middle to Jake Ferguson, Prescott is distributing the ball efficiently and confidently. He knows this offense inside and out, and he knows this season could define his legacy. Now, let's talk about some surprises because, wow, there are plenty. One of the biggest eye-openers so far has been the emergence of second-year cornerback Eric Scott Jr. after a quiet rookie year. Scott came into camp fighting for his spot, but instead of fading into the background, he's been lighting up practice. With Trayvon Diggs still working his way back from injury and Darren Bland holding down one side, Scott has been taking full advantage of his reps. He's breaking on the ball quicker, sticking to receivers like glue, and even snagged a pick-six off Cooper Rush during a red zone drill that had the entire sideline buzzing. The coaching staff has taken notice, and while no one's saying he's the next Diggs or Gilmore just yet, he's making a case to be a serious rotational piece in this already dangerous secondary. But it's not just Scott making noise. Rookie linebacker Marist Liufau is turning heads in a big way. Drafted in the 6th round, many thought Liufau was just a depth piece, maybe a future special teams contributor. But from the moment pads came on, he's been flashing instincts, physicality, and leadership beyond his years. He blew up a screenplay in full team drills that had veterans hooting and hollering, and he's quickly becoming one of the more trusted voices in the huddle. It's these kinds of unexpected breakout performances that help championship teams go from good to great. And with the linebacker depth chart still somewhat unsettled behind Damone Clark and Leighton Vander Esch's injury concerns, Liufau is rising at exactly the right time. Another shocker, though a very pleasant one, has been the performance of Tyler Guyton. The rookie offensive tackle from Oklahoma has shown up with the kind of athleticism and footwork that's rarely seen in a player his size. There were questions during the draft process about whether he'd need time to develop, but early signs point to him being much more game-ready than expected. With Terrence Steele still rehabbing and taking limited reps, Guyton has taken some snaps with the first team and he hasn't looked out of place at all. In fact, some insiders are suggesting that the coaching staff is preparing to use him as a swing tackle right away, possibly even rotating him in to keep Steele fresh. If Guyton can continue his trajectory, the Cowboys might have just found their future anchor at right tackle. But the offensive line surprises don't stop there. Second-year guard T.J. Bass is quietly putting together an incredibly solid camp. He's been getting more reps at left guard, and the chemistry between him and Tyler Smith is growing rapidly. One of the Cowboys' biggest weaknesses last year was inconsistent interior blocking, especially in the run game. But now, with Bass asserting himself, there's a new sense of optimism about the unit's depth and versatility. It's clear that the front office prioritized toughness and adaptability in the trenches, and it's already paying off. On the defensive side, fans can't stop talking about Donovan Ezeiruaku. The rookie edge rusher has been an absolute menace during one-on-one pass rush drills. His quick first step, low pad level, and relentless motor have offensive linemen on their heels. It's rare to see a mid-round rookie generate this much hype this early, but Ezeiruaku isn't just hype, he's production. He's stacking good day after good day, and coaches are raving about how quickly he's picking up the system. In fact, defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer reportedly pulled him aside after a session and told him, "You're gonna make it real hard on these vets." And that's exactly what you want to hear if you're a Cowboys fan. The pass rush is already elite with Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Sam Williams, but if Ezeiruaku can rotate in and create pressure, this front seven could be historically dangerous. And while we're on the subject of Parsons, what a camp he's having. He's slimmed down slightly but added explosiveness. He's beating double teams, coaching up younger players, and even taking some snaps at inside linebacker to show his versatility. But what's most striking is his leadership. Parsons is no longer just a star, he's becoming the emotional engine of the team. He's vocal, passionate, and clearly invested in elevating the entire defense. It's a new chapter in his evolution, and if he stays healthy, there's a legitimate chance he finishes this season as Defensive Player of the Year. Another under-the-radar story fans should be excited about is the play of tight end Luke Schoonmaker. After a rookie year hampered by injuries and inconsistency, Schoonmaker looks refreshed and ready to contribute in a major way. He's catching everything thrown his way, holding his own in blocking drills, and establishing a strong connection with Dak, particularly in the red zone. The Cowboys could be looking at a true two-headed monster at tight end with Jake Ferguson and Schoonmaker both ascending. That's a nightmare for opposing defenses, especially when you add in the speed on the outside from guys like Cooks and Lamb. Let's not forget about special teams either. Kicker Brandon Aubrey has been nearly automatic during camp. After some doubts last season, he's showing poise and consistency, nailing field goals from 50-plus yards with ease and getting strong elevation on his kicks to avoid blocks. In a league where games often come down to just a few points, having a kicker you can rely on is absolutely critical. And Aubrey is starting to look like a weapon, not just a necessity. In the return game, rookie wideout Ryan Flournoy is giving Cavante Turpin a run for his money. Flournoy has flashed elite acceleration and vision, taking a couple of kickoff reps to the house during live special teams periods. It's a friendly competition for now, but it's one that could get serious as preseason games begin. The Cowboys want explosiveness in all three phases, and Flournoy might just be the spark they didn't know they needed. The vibes around this camp are different, and it's not just the players. Head coach Mike McCarthy is running a tighter ship, with more situational awareness drills, faster practice tempos, and a clear emphasis on physicality. After last season's early playoff exit, McCarthy knows the margin for error is slim. He's coaching like a man who understands the pressure and who's ready to rise to it. There's a sense of accountability that's flowing from the top down, and players are responding. Perhaps the most encouraging sign of all is how close this team appears to be. The chemistry is off the charts. You see it in the way they celebrate each other's big plays, in the intensity of the huddle chatter, and in the brotherhood that's forming across position groups. There's no diva energy here. This is a team full of hungry, talented athletes who believe in each other and in their shot at greatness. Fans should be excited. No, scratch that, fans deserve to be excited. After years of promise without payoff, this year feels different. Training camp is revealing a roster that's not just deep, but driven. Not just talented, but tenacious. And with superstars like CeeDee Lamb setting the tone and surprises like Guyton, Scott, and Ezeiruaku stepping up, the foundation for something special is being laid right before our eyes. So buckle up, Cowboys Nation. Keep your eyes on Oxnard. Because if what we're seeing in camp translates to Sundays this fall, then we might be witnessing the birth of a team that's not just playoff bound but Super Bowl ready. If you're not already fired up about this team, then you haven't been paying attention. And trust me, it's time to start paying attention. This Cowboys squad is coming, and they're coming with everything they've got. Thanks for watching, and if you're as pumped about this season as we are, be sure to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Cowboys action. This is going to be a season to remember. Let's go Cowboys!